Hi, my name is Andrew, and welcome to my watch journeys. And welcome back anybody who has watched my channel before. Many thanks for doing so. So yeah, we're going to build a Tudor Black Bay 58 Homage today. As you can see, we've got all the bits and pieces in front of us. Nice looking strap, to be honest. It's solid ends. It's got screws on the side, brushed and polished on the side as well. Screws on both sides. Yeah, it's quite a quality strap, I must admit, for the price. Uh, yeah, this has also got brushed on the side and polished edges, so it all matches. Of course, that has to fall off, doesn't it? But luckily, it's got this and the solid back, which is good. As, I'm not a big fan of the open case backs unless you've got a really pretty movement inside. The bezel action is meh, so. It's all right. It's about 60, yeah, it's a 60 clicker, but yeah, it is what it is. It'll never be used for diving, but yeah, there's also some sort of stickiness on the back, but I'll sort that out later. That's that. We've got NH35 movement, or NH35A. All the descriptions will be, and where I got them from will be in the link. Be in the link? No, hang on, that's where another yes, the links will be in the description. Okay. Oh, I just start as I mean to go on. Yeah, and this is the hands snowflake style that you would see on a Tudor Black Bay and PELEUS, etc. And these ones are a white with a gold. I think a gold accent. Have they got a gold accent? No, they haven't. Like a silver accent, a silver outline. This is the watch I had from last time, which I have now kind of got a new movement for. So I've taken it apart again. This is for the last build I did. There was comments in the saying that I really should get a new movement because the one I had, the date didn't work properly. So I've gone and got a new one, and the date works okay. This is what we're going to be building, or this is what we're going to do a homage to. These are normally about £3,800. Luckily, it didn't cost me quite that much. So let's get started. Got if I can get into it, the dial, because I'm wearing these awful plastic things, which I don't like, but they are there for a reason. As you can see, I put a little Seiko decal on, put that on myself. I'm using a wooden tweezer, just so I don't mark, those are very easy to mark, these dials. And I have before when I've used a metal tweezer, but the wooden ones, very good for this sort of thing. Dust seems to be a problem throughout the build, to be honest, or builds. So just trying to keep dust down to a minimum by giving them a nice clean even before I use them. Got my Rodico, which will also help take any bits of dust off here. So yeah, so we're going to try and put this onto the movement. So we need to cut one of the legs off each side. It comes up with 4 legs, and we need 2. It's fairly obvious where you need to put them because it's on just on the edge and in the plastic on the ring on the outside of the movement. So I'll just figure this out, make sure I cut the right one. And this time there's no 3.8 position, it's just another straight. Well, I was going to say it wouldn't be. I was going to say some 3 o'clock position, but actually there are no positions at all because this has no date on, even though there's a date on the movement. I've not found an NH movement without a date. I have looked, can't find one. If they do do them, someone let me know. That would be really handy. But otherwise, yeah. So this is just gonna go straight on top. I won't have to worry about moving the date around to get it to go to 12 o'clock because, like you see, there is no date. Even though I will probably do that anyway. Just I don't know. I might just do it just for so it does click over at the right time if I ever decide to change it. There we go. So I've committed myself to make sure I've got the right one. So yeah, that just goes in there. So that means I need to take out, yep, I think I know which one to take out the bottom. Yep, all done. And it's on. Lovely. Right. Again, like I say, just want to make sure we keep the debris down to a bare minimum. Okay. So, yeah, let's give it a good clean again. Make sure we keep, like I say, keep the debris down to a minimum. And let's get these hands on there. And as per usual, I don't normally have too much trouble with the hour and the minutes, but those second hands, for whatever reason lately, I just struggle. Maybe I'll have to get myself a proper second hand putter on our machine. But the really good ones I've seen online are not cheap. I do actually have a cheap one, but maybe I should try using it. But anyway, so which end to use? We need a nice open one first. Pop that in place. Now I have been using my editing suite. Sounds great, doesn't it? Yeah, but anyway, the editor on the laptop. And there is that sort of incidental music you can use. But let's be honest, it's everyone's heard that before, and it's awful sort of lift music. So I'm gonna stay clear of all that kind of stuff. So if I've got nothing to say, rather than fill it with that kind of awful music, I will just go quiet. Which I think is probably, there's still stuff happening on the screen, so I'm still working on it. But and rather than just talk even more nonsense than I do already. Okay, so we've got the hour hand on. Let's get this minute hand on. I'm having some trouble there deciding which side it should be up. Choose a smaller head. And as you can see, lying in front of me is the seconds hand, which I'm not looking forward to doing. But before that, let's have a go at putting this on. Yeah. Never goes to plan the first time. And if it did, well, it'd be too easy and you wouldn't do it, would you? I think the whole point is it's a challenge. You don't normally do keep on repeating or try to get better at things that aren't a challenge, so nice. I just want to show you all the warts and the nasty little bits of hair. That everything, everything that I do right, do wrong. And obviously, if you'd like to comment on that and what you think I could do, how I could do it better, I'm all ears. Okay, so that needs to be working properly, not catching anywhere. Right then. So we're coming up to the dreaded seconds hand. Oh, got my specs on, so I'm going to do my up close work. And let's go for round, ding ding, round one. I don't film most of this because my head gets in the way, but it does not go to plan. For whatever reason, I can't do it. So I have round 2, and that doesn't go to plan either. So we have round 3. So as you can see, round 3 didn't work. So now I go and have a look, get my digital microscope out and have a quick look at that to see if I can find anything wrong with the seat on the seconds hands. To be honest, it's not the best digital microscope on the planet, and doesn't really tell me anything other than, yes, there's a little hole in there and it's not very big. But I think the problem is that the seconds pinion, or the seconds pin, is rising above the minutes, and because of that I'm struggling to actually get it to sit on it. So looking under the microscope doesn't really achieve a great deal. So I thought I'd speed that up for you so you wouldn't put through all that pain. So we're to round 4, which is now get the hammer, get the pin, and make the hole a bit bigger. That's the hole in the seat of the seconds hand. There you go. Done that. So that was the last and deciding round, and I actually am successful. Yay! In getting the seconds on. There's the pin, and I'll just put that away so no one can see it. Get rid of the evidence. Not something I'm particularly happy doing or proud of, but well, needs must. So have a quick tidy up, and let's see if we can get this thing into the case. So yeah, again, let's get rid of any debris, which does seem to be a problem today. I don't know whether it's the weather or just getting a bit warmer outside, so I won't be doing a great deal more watches until till the winter. I'll try and get outside and get some vitamin D on me. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Need to get that stem out. No, that won't work. Put that away. I will need this. There we go. So in a special little place, out it comes. Right. Okay, let's get the back off. Oh, there's the rubber ring. You'll need to give that a grease up before it goes back on. Right, let's just pop this. Oh, first of all, I think it would seem to blow out any, just any debris that might be in there. And we'll pop it over and see what it looks like. I always love this part. It looks like a watch, which doesn't have a bezel attached to it. Yeah, we are obviously going to get that bezel on, but yeah, there we go. We're getting the idea now. And I was a bit worried that the hands were going to be too big, because they were right at the very edge. So let's just make sure it's seated in properly, and I'll have a look at those hands. The movement does fit in well into the case. Yeah, everything's still ticking, which is good. So the hands, I don't know whether we'd say they're the right size, but they're definitely that's a good size that they actually fit, as we can see. Yeah, and that's what it's going to look like with the bezel on. Anyway, not quite yet. Getting ahead of ourselves. So Give it another squidge with the blower. Notice a couple of things that are on the rotor arm. Radical's great for this if you've got any marks. It just seems to get rid of anything that's sort of greasy or not wanted. Now, yeah, see the problem on here. That's not right, so I've got to get that cleaned. It doesn't seem to want to scratch off either. Not that I've got the nails to do it. So, give it a rub, see if it comes off. Which it doesn't. Bit of a harder rub, put that out of the way. Nope, it's a stubborn little stain. But I've got just the thing for it. Some nice 100% ethanol, which I got for cleaning watch parts. I haven't actually done much of the watch part cleaning. I've got lots of ethanol though. So let's have a dip the cloth in and see what effect that has on the marks on the back. Just a little bit, not too much. Oh yes. That's satisfying. Off you come. Yep. Goodbye, Mr. Glue, or whatever you were. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Like shiny penny. Right, get rid of the ethanol before I start enjoying the smell of it too much. That leads to all kinds of problems. Right. So we can put this to one side. Bring our movement and case back in. And look to fit the stem. Now pop it in. Yeah, everything's still ticking. Let's make sure that's the right way up. See, that's dusty as well. Give that a quick rub. Get rid of the dust. So we'll see how much of the stem we need to cut. So let's pop it out and get it cut. As per usual, what I always say and don't always get right or even follow my own thoughts is, if you cut too little, that's fine. You can go back and cut a little bit more off. If you cut too much, you need a new stem. So let's get it in the stem holder. Get the crown off. Let's get cutting. Bring the cutters in. I did spend decent money on the cutters. Just I think they need to be a good material. I got them from Cousins in the UK. I think it's their brand. But yeah, they're good cutters. They do the job. So as you can see, didn't go on the crown didn't go on properly the first time, so I had to go back and do a little bit more scraping, and that's what happens when you get little bits of metal or any burrs at the end of the and then you know when you've cut it off. So yeah, I had to go back and just make sure that I got a nice clean finish to that. So we will pop this back into the movement and see where we are. Our shiny new back. Okay. Now this is a screw down crown, so you have to accommodate for that. So yep, still a little bit to come off. Let's get it back out. And there we go. Back into the stem holder. I'm going to do some more clipping. And then make sure we get the burrs off properly this time as well. So yep, got that off. Pop that out of the way. And let right. So let's try it again on the mechanism. This time, see if the head goes. Yeah, the crown goes on nicely. So it's we've done a decent job of getting the burrs off at this time. Bring the movement down. Take the nice shiny back off. Now they don't always go in first time, so you just got to be gentle with them. Again, with watches, or this kind of hobby, if you have to force it, and then you've done something wrong. But that seems to fit. Yep, that's on there all right. And we're still ticking. We are still ticking. Another step forward. Right, so we're going to need to take it out and just yeah, I think we're going to need to take it out and put some little dab of blue Loctite on there. Okay. Let's get it out. All right, put that to one side. pop it into the stem holder so we can get the crown off. That's the crown off. Right, so that's that done. And oh, there, yes, don't forget the Loctite. So blue Loctite, all it does is just it gives it a little bit of more of a fix. It doesn't. It's not particularly heavy duty. It's not heavy duty glue at all. It's quite a light duty, but it just makes sure that your crown isn't going to come off inadvertently. And just make sure it goes on nicely. Yeah, it goes on well, so there's no burrs in the way. But just make it as tight as you dare. Get rid of any glue that's on the end of it. Just using some old Rodico for that. And let's get it back in there. There we go. Right, make sure we need a, yes, the grease the gasket that we took off at the beginning. So pop that into the little grease tub. Give it a quick twist. Use the tweezers to put it in place. It just fits nicely in there. Get rid of the grease. So just use the tweezers to make sure it's in the right bed. And let's yep, give it a quick blow of air, and let's get the shiny back on. Give that a quick blow of air as well. Just going to give it a wipe as well, just in case there's anything in there. Okay. Yeah, to be fair, I probably shouldn't be using that cloth. It's not a proper lint-free cloth. It's just a little cheap one I got through with when you order the dials from Aliexpress, you get these because they come in a box. You get and the dials are like slotted into the side of the box, and they give you these free cloths for whatever reason. I think it's just putting something in the box. But anyway, yeah, probably shouldn't be using them. Anyway, it's not the end of the world. Let's see if we can get this back on. Okay. No, I'm having some difficulty here. We'll get there eventually. Yep, come on. Yes, that's on. Oh, another step forward. Yeah, let's get these pesky things off. There's nothing that we're going to touch now that's going to, well, that you wouldn't normally touch with your fingers. And hopefully I shouldn't need to put them on for any more internals. Oh yes, put this away before I spill it. Right, yeah, we need to get the bezel on, so I'll get some metal tweezers. Nice and sharp. Put the wooden ones away. Then let's get that top layer of the sticky ring off. Right, so just slip underneath there. Come on, and there we go, and just pull it away. Ah, that's satisfying, I have to say. Line this up as carefully as I can. Nothing worse than a misaligned bezel. You have to stare at it day after day, realizing all the mistakes you've made. But try not to do that. Yeah, it is pretty good. To be honest, it's not perfect, but no, it is. It's yeah. Maybe I'm just being a bit too pernickety with it, I think. Right, yep, put them away. So let's get the bracelet on. Like I said, quality bracelet this, it really is. So I will get this on for you as quick as possible. So spring bars come off nice and quickly, don't they? Right, so now I'm just making sure I actually do. I always end up putting it the wrong way around, but take your time. See how you want it to come off your wrist. And then, yeah, I always try and put it in upside down like this. So if we're going to scratch anything, we're going to scratch the bottom of the watch and not the top. So just fit it in first, which is it is a really good fit. And let's get one of those spring bars. So when you do order the case and the bracelet, I think you order them together, and they are meant to be together, so that's why they're such a good fit. Now this only takes me for ages, but there you see, look at that. How quick was that? Normally I'm here for hours, but no, just done. Now, really, I should have separated the bracelet into two, and not try to do it this way. But you know, for whatever reason, I decided to do it the hard way. So again, so we just bring it up to the job. Just click the two ends in, this one in, and then have it near the seat. Watch out for my head. Oh dear, we're getting to see my dandruff. And the other end in. Oh, the other end's just come out again. Pop that down. Again, just seat it down there, and yes, that was surprisingly easy. So let's get the watch, my SKX 007 Homage, off and put my Tudor Homage on. Give it a quick wipe. Look at you little beauty. Love it. Really do. But yeah, just checking the bezel action, making everything sure everything works. Now I have noticed something. Can't see it yet, I don't think, but I have noticed that There might be some debris left inside the watch. So we may be doing a disassemble. Yeah, so you can see next to the S on Seiko. So one disassembly later. And that's done. Yeah, I did disassemble it. I didn't need to show that, but yeah, I had to take it apart again. Now I'm going to size the strap up. It comes with screws on either side of the bracelet. So again, I'll just speed this up for you. You don't have to see me do slowly but surely. So I'll take one link off this side, try it on, and then that doesn't quite fit. Yeah, I did try and get that out, but for whatever reason it wouldn't come out. So anyway, try it on. Yeah, too big, so take another link out and time off the other side. Okay, 2 screws out, gets you 1 link out, and then use one of the screws and screw it back together. There we go. Yeah, lovely. So, yeah, I did notice there was some more debris in there, unfortunately. So I had to go back into the watch again. But this time, to go back in, I decided I need to obviously take the bracelet in half. Otherwise it makes it a real, well, you can't really get into it if you don't do this. So just trying the easiest thing to take out is the extender where the spring bar is. So open it back up again so I can clean it once again. I'll just speed this up for you. And I really should have my little finger things on, but I try not to touch the movement at all. So yeah, I'll just use my instruments. I guess, oh yeah, a little bit of touch in there, but not too much. So yeah, a bit of Rodico where I found a bit more debris. The thing is, you've got to do it, because if you don't, it's going to stay there forever. So we'll give it another clean, hopefully this time to get rid of all the debris. Pop it back on. Yeah, I'm using my fingers, I do apologise. Pop the stem back in. Get the back on, get rid of any, so no dust gets in as best we can. Right, let's get this back together. Just make sure that that's wound down so it doesn't get in the way. There's a little spring bar, there it is. That goes in the end. Just pop it in there. Now, whenever you do any work on a watch, I always try and make sure I don't put the crown on the, got any force on the crown, so I keep the crown up, facing up. Just, I think it's good practice. Oh yes, and I did notice a little bit of blue cellophane still on there, so I'm just using the tweezers to get it off. Use wooden tweezers to get it off, because the metal ones I've used in the past, and guess what metal does to metal? Yes, you guessed it. So I have done that before. But I'm sure that doesn't surprise anybody. There we go. Yep, just use my fingernail to get the rest of it off. And it's now managed to deposit itself on the watch, so use my dodgy cloth. Yeah, there we go, did a good job of getting rid of it. Right, well, let's put this on our wrist. So, I think I'm just making sure, yeah, I'm just putting the pin in the bottom there. Sorry, that's a bit off camera, do apologise for that. And once we get this on, we can pop it on the wrist, and that's us done. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Like I say, I won't be playing any of that awful incidental music that these computers come loaded with, because I think you've all heard it before. And yeah, if anyone's got any advice on how I should do this better, how I can improve, I'm all ears. Just remember, be gentle. It's just a hobby. Nobody died. So there you go. Pop it on there. Try and get it in shot if I can, which apparently is easier said than done. I'll just see if I can get a still shot towards the end, but it fits properly, fits nicely. Yeah, it does. It's a good fit. And there you go. Thanks for watching, and there'll be a couple more before the summer kicks in, and then I will get back to it a few more when I get back to the darker days and winter comes again. But there you go. Like I say, thanks for watching, much appreciated.